So when I first, thanks to one gentleman that came and spoke to me, he came to speak to the Cameroonian community here. When I met him, I told him that I was interested in what he spoke about. Can he come to my house the next day and explain it further to me? So when he came, he explained further. It was a lot of rambling. Some people, there were people in my house that day. Most were doubting. Oh no, this thing is too good to be true. But I was focused like this. I was speechless. Like I couldn't take my eyes off of him. He was drawing lines. Now we have things now in PowerPoint. Things are more. 5 years ago, before the COVID era, things were not as structured now online as they are now. So he was drawing lines on the table, on a paper, and explaining things. And my mouth was open the whole time. So I was so convinced from day one. But everybody else that was there, nobody else except me was convinced. Nobody else. They doubted, they argued, they asked questions. I was convinced. I asked him. So to cut a long story short, when he was leaving, at that time I was a director of nursing. And then when he was leaving, I asked him, how can I mean, his intention was to convince us to open index accounts. But I was more than interested in just opening the index account. I wanted to be also a financial professional like him. I asked him, how can I do what you do? I had no idea how much money was involved. I just wanted to understand how to explain things like this to people. I wanted to know how to break it down like this to people. It was so fascinating for me to understand that these things exist in America, and we've been here for all these years and knew nothing about it. I said, how can I do what you do? He was carrying a suitcase like this. I think I was the one holding it. I was going to go see him up.
You were sold from day one.
I'm telling you. So he told me he will come to my office the next day and register me. I said, fine. So the next day, he came to my office. At that time, I was working in Cambridge, Lakewood. He came there. So when he came, it only took $125 to register for this business. $125. I was like, what do I lose? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If I lose $125, it's not much. We've lost more money than that. So he came and he registered me and he said, we will own a license. So he also enrolled me for a course that you buy for $20-something on the website of the state. You study it online, and then you take a state exams. It takes you a couple of days to study for that. Some people take weeks, some take months if you're lazy, but it can take you 2-3 days to study. It took me 2 weeks because I was busy with work. And then I went and took a state board exam and I got the license. And then, so now I called the guy, I said, I'm moving forward, let's go. So he did the necessary stuff. And then I got licensed. I was like, okay, training starts. So once I started, but okay, the motivating factor too. While the first day when he was talking to me, he also did show me money. He showed me how much he was making. He was only making about $21,000 a month. That did get my attention, because how many people make $21,000 a month? It was big for me, which today we look at it like chicken change. But it's still big. It's still big. Yes, for most of the people, it's still big. Even to me, it's still big. But from the industry I work with now, the colleagues I have, people are making $200,000 a month, $300,000, $150,000, $50,000 a month is a common thing from the industry and the team I come from. So, but by then he was making like $21,000 a month. I was flabbergasted. I was like, what? I bust my butt off every day, and maybe I'm paid like $10,000 a month, and he was said, I'm doing this part-time. At that time, he was still a nurse practitioner, Mr. Daniel Fumbo. God bless him, wherever he is. Every day when I pray for him, because I consider him to be like the Moses that liberated the children of Israel from Egypt. The bondage that I was in. I never liked my career as a nurse. I never did. Every day I grumbled, I complained, I was stressed. That's why I kept going up the ladder as a nurse. I was an RN. I said, oh no, I have to be a BSN because so that I worked the office job. I did that. Oh no, it's not enough. I did a master's. I was a director of nursing. Oh no, I wasn't liking it. I went in for PhD. I dropped out halfway. At that time, I just had Vanya, and it was so stressful for me handling a new baby and doing the PhD program. I said, no, I can't continue with this. I'm dropping out. So I dropped out. Thank God I did. So I didn't like my career. So the reason I kept going up, which is a common thing in our community, is once people don't have enough income or they don't like the career, they go for another degree. And the money really doesn't really change much. It doesn't change much. It may change, but not a big change. Which, if we focus that effort in some other things, there's a huge difference. So I took a leap of faith and said, when I started, to cut a long story short, not to go too long, because when I had my license and started doing this, it was difficult. Of 10 people I spoke to, 9 could say no, 1 would say yes.
And remember, when you start anything, you are not yet quite smooth or efficient or articulate in the way you explain it. So you are going to get more no's than yes. Today, I get more yeses than no's, but then it was more, but I still didn't give up. But thanks to in our business, WFG, World Financial Group, we have a good team of mentors that mentor you. They teach you and they show you that we went through these difficulties you went through and we succeeded. And before you begin, they show you that it's going to be difficult. So you're coming in, but look at the difficulties I went through and look at the success I have. Working your job is hard. Doing this is hard. Take your heart. I have been doing my job for like 15 years. It was hard. I've been nowhere. The income is still small. I'm stressed every day. I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. Doing this is hard. This man is speaking in millions. Pick your heart. So I decided, this is hard, but I'm going to focus my eyes on the high price. It's going to be hard, but will it change my life eventually? Yes. So that was my motivating factor. But from the beginning, God gave me the conviction to believe that it's something I can at least attempt. Like I told you, the day we were introduced into this, there were so many people in my house that day. Nobody believed it. Nobody believed it. Everybody doubted it. Some people even wanted to open an account. It canceled later on. Nobody believed it. Only me pursued it. And in the community, there's hardly anybody else in the Cameroonian community except me or maybe only one other person. So everybody doubts it till today. But they'll sit around and wonder why. I don't want to say that. We are scared. So if you don't do the things today that no one wants to do, you're not going to lead a life tomorrow that no one can live. Things are happening. Powerful. I had to choose the hard way, but that was leading me to a future that I came to America to look for. I took a leap of faith and faith in God because I had the conviction. I believe there's a Holy Spirit God leading man, that I pray about everything. I pray about everything. I have gone about everything. Lord, should I do this? Is this something I should? And I had a conviction that I should do. And today I thank God every day because I was too stressed out on my job. I did not like it at all. And I thank God today I took that decision.
We're honestly so happy for you that you took the right decision, and you're happy that everything went well at the end.
Yeah.
Oh,
I really like your story. Really love what you're sharing with us. So, yeah.
it's inspiring.
And for those who might want to join your team or to do the same thing that you are doing, what are the skills that they need to have, and what are the advice you can give?
Awesome. The good thing about this business is come as you are. Zero skills. Or should I say, the skills are mindset change. I want to change my life. I can do this. You come, you will fail, you will win. You will fail, you will eventually win. The good thing is that the way has already been paved. It's financial professional. We are going to teach you the information. What I am explaining here, I have been taught. I come from a nursing background. I had more skills in the finances. By the way, I was the most reckless finance person. I'm going to tell you that. I knew nothing about finance. So, for me to be sitting down today and educating people about finances, I had zero skills in this area. So that's why I say zero skills. Or should I say the skills are your mentality. I want to do something else other than job. I want to do something else, break away from, when I went to school, I studied accounting or I studied nursing. You can break and do something else. So, come as you are and we train you. It takes a couple of weeks of training. The mentor that trains me, now the world has become a little living room like we are here. My mentor sits in his dining room or on his coffee table and he's training me right here. We're on Zoom together and he's teaching me, do this, do that, don't when you speak, explain things like this. Look at this booklet. And We are trained. I could be training anybody in New York, in California. Anybody can do this. Anybody who chooses to do this. There are no skill set that you should pre-acquire. It's just your mindset.
So just to be clear with our viewers, if anyone is interested, they can just reach out to you.
That is my job every day. I am looking for people that are interested every day.
Okay.
I take a shower in the morning, dress up, going out to look for people that are interested to do this. Does somebody change my life? I am looking for somebody else to change their lives. In our business, we believe that you pass on the mental. You know that like they read in school that the sports that when you run, you give something to you one person, you 1 minute to that. We have to pass on what somebody did to you, pass it on to the next person. Has your life been changed? Change somebody else's lives. Change somebody else's life. Pass it on, pass it on. And the reason we also do that is because I cannot reach everybody in my community. We need more people to go and educate our people. Somebody, every time, there's a guy that passed away in the Ivorian community. I met them at the all-white party for the Ivorians. They always do an all-white party every year. I met him there with his wife, and I booked an appointment with them to go speak to them. But I traveled because I had a conference out of town. I traveled and I had to cancel their appointment. Before I could come back, this man is dead. He went to work, not sick, strong, healthy man. He went to work. I think he works with a job that involves some heavy machinery. They said a machine dislocated a boom and he hit him. His burial is on the 8th. He's not yet buried. See, he's not yet buried. I have been feeling so guilty. What if I had gotten to him? Now the family is left behind stranded. Do they have enough money left behind? What if this man did not even die? See, what we do is not about death. The type of insurance that we do, which is just one of the things we help the community with, it's not just about dying. They have brainwashed the middle class community that insurance or life insurance is about die. When you die, that's why most of the people refuse to listen to us. Africans don't care about life insurance. Should I say, a lot of Africans, I don't want to say Africans, a lot of Africans don't care because they really don't care to leave a legacy behind. They'll tell you what I'm eating today. Did my father leave it for me? I educated the kids, let them grow up.
And we need to change that mindset.
Is the mindset we're trying to change. So, but when they begin to understand now that this type of things is for them, if you were sick, this thing benefits you while you're sick. It is a type of insurance that pays while you're living. Do you have a $1 million saved up somewhere to replace your income the day you are sick? No, but you have a $1 million policy here. That's what gets to pay it to you if you were seriously sick, cannot wake up to go work. I just use $1 million as an example. It could be a $100,000. How many people in our community have $100,000 saved up? Even as small as that, it could be a lifesaver. Do you know how many people end up dying because of the stress of finance? They say, eviction, they're closing this house, you haven't paid your mortgage for 2-3 months, you're packing out. They're moving into a 2-bedroom apartment, 3-4 kids into a 2-bedroom apartment. They've been used to living in a house. Do you know how torturing it is? Can you be going through cancer treatment and you're mentally tortured? Before you know it, they are declining, they are dying, and then we think, cancer killed them. No, financial stress killed them. So it's a lot of information into this thing that when we sit with people, it takes at least an hour to break down everything and show them everything. And then the reason we say everybody come in, because there are millions and millions of middle class in America, especially as the immigrants. We need more boots on the ground to go and liberate our communities from financial miseducation. So I go out every day looking for people that want to join me to go help our communities. And the good thing is that c'est le couteau à double tranchant. The double-edged sword. It's not just you going to help the community. The compensation is better than your job. What do you lose?
I really like your honesty. You're sharing the negative, the issue, like the difficulty you're facing, but you're also sharing like information about money, which a lot of people don't like to share talk about. Yeah. So this is wonderful. So I was wondering, you mentioned in the beginning you're married, you have a family, and I know you travel a lot. So I'm a little bit curious, as a entrepreneur, as a spouse, as a mother, how do you do to find the right balance between these three jobs? Because they're all
Yeah. So the traveling, the wife, and the mother, and the business. Awesome. Yep. That's tricky. So like I said, it must have been ordained by God from the beginning that I should do this because God blessed me with a husband that understood the assignment. He is very supportive. He understands that the business requires traveling. And he jumped into the role of becoming the mother when I'm not there, some mother, to take care of our daughter and make sure he does it well. And the thing is, in a couple, in a relationship, everybody knows their weakness and their strength. He is better at making sure the kids' homework is done, they get to school early, they follow up with their schoolwork and things like that. So luckily for us, he's the one doing that role, playing that role, because I don't think I would have been doing it as well as he's doing it. So, and in this business, we also found out that I break it down better than him. So as much as from the beginning we were all into it together, though I was convinced first, but he got his license too. The first couple of months when I was in the business, he was the first. I have a team of people that I work with, but it was the first license. I said, you will be the first person to be licensed. I'm not gonna let somebody else. I just mentally, I just want to know that you were my first partner in business. So he got his license, and ever since for 5 years now we are in business. He has his license, but we let me be the forefront of the business. He works from the background, and I am in the forefront, but we are in it together. He allows me to travel because he knows when we have conferences, he knows how to go. Our business involves conferences. That's where I go and I bring all these awards because the work you do, our company is so good that it rewards you. It makes you understand that you are doing a good job. It gives you awards, monetary awards or bonuses. It gives you awards, ornaments like this. We go to conferences and he knows that sometimes we go together once in a while, but most of the time is during the school time or the Cape. So most of them I go by myself. And because the business also involves traveling, sometimes I go for conferences, but after the conference is over, I stay a little longer because I have business partners there that have either training or I have clients there that I need to see. And this business has proven that it's more successful in person than Zoom, remotely. You can sit down on Zoom and speak to somebody and speak, but it involves people giving you their private information, their social, their bank information, this and that. Somebody would trust you more sitting face to face with them and reading their social to you. They're in New York. Give me your social. 613 that, and it's harder. So there's more success in person. So he understands that. I understand that as two experience as the years go by. So in this business, when we hear it all, sometimes we have meetings that we want to discuss what difficulties are you encountering out there. There are women and men lamenting that the reason they are not progressing is that their spouse will not allow them to do certain things. If they go for a conference, they expect you to be back the next day. Or they want to travel, no, you're not traveling, or things like that. First of all, you have to have a supporting spouse, whether it's female or male. You have to have a better supporting spouse. And then the other person who stays back must be very supporting, taking care of the family affairs too. Because if I'm gone and I know my child is not well taken care of, I don't care about the money. I'm coming back and they could go without food. I don't care, but I'm coming back. So he does that role well and I do the other one. So I have peace of mind when I'm gone. So it balances. And as a man, as a woman, let your partner have trust in you to be able to allow you to go. If you give doubts, if your partner has doubt for your traveling or your lifestyle, it's going to impede your business too. I'm not going to be comfortable letting you go. He's not going to be comfortable letting you go. So it also brings some part of your social life into it too. If you're going to succeed in this business, your social life must be clear. And so that your married life should also be strong. You can be able to explore the business and have more support from your spouse and do better.
Okay. So, what are your thoughts about the future? Do you have any upcoming project you would like to share with us and with our audience?
About the business? Egypt, not just about the business. So the future. Oh, the future is so broad, but let me see if I can narrow it down. My hope for the future or my vision for the future is to have as many business partners as possible. This is a business. This is a company we are creating. The name of our business is Royal Alpha. Royal Alpha. And we want it to be so big that it's not just for us. It is for the impact it will do in our community. The vision of our umbrella company is no family left behind. We want to eradicate or erase GoFundMe in our communities, so much so that we are all doing our individual parts in our own individual business, because there are so many people like me in different states, in different corners, in different communities. But in my community, my community is lacking. The Cameroonian community in Colorado is lacking. We need more people. So we are all playing our part to erase this GoFundMe from our community. So my goal is to have more people join me from all over the states, Sicily, this community, so that we fight this fight of financial ignorance together. I want to build Team Royal Alpha and have all the businesses be birthed from Team Royal Alpha. Once you're in this business, when you grow to a certain level, you name your own business. Team Royal Alpha was born from Legacy Star. If you look here on this plaque, you see here, Legacy Star Leadership Development. So that's where they gave me this award. So now I became a senior marketing director, and then I developed Royal Alpha. And so the people that are coming in are working with me, when they become senior marketing director, they will also develop other businesses. But even as the branches are going, they still belong to the umbrella. We still fall under the umbrella of Legacy Star. And Legacy Star still fall under the umbrella of World Financial Group. So it's like a tree that keeps giving branches. So we want to create as many branches as possible and help our community as much as possible, and put a smile on many families' faces as much as possible. I want that in many homes, in many families. When something happens, it's not because you want something to happen, but something will happen. When that thing eventually happens, instead of the postcards or the GoFundMe or $50 or $100 that people, I'll be the one to ring the bell, ding dong, and a check up $1 million or 500,000, or even if it's just $100,000, I want to be the one to liberate that family from financial bondage, save a life or two.
Thank you. Wonderful. We have come at the end of this interview. Big thanks to you, Mrs. Vicky, for saying yes to our invitation and sharing your story, your experience. We really appreciate it. So we have a small gift for you. It's not a big thing, but we just wanted to come not empty-handed. And we know you love all those decoration stuff, so you already have the bigger one there.
Yeah.
Thanks to you.
We wish you continued success with your business. All the best, and we are very happy to have such a wonderful businesswoman in our community.
I'm so humbled to have been picked by you guys. I didn't know that I am something or anything in the community, and that gives me joy, because you know how you plant a seed and you never know that that seed is becoming a tree, that people are starting to notice that there's a tree growing there. So it gives me joy that, wow, so something is being noticed. And then it gives me more encouragement to keep going. And not just for me, but to keep creating more impact in the community. And I'm humbled.
No, keep up the good work, and I hope even through the platform that people will hear about the business and maybe will reach out to you.
Yeah, exactly.
So all the best.
And all what we explained here is like a drop of water in an ocean. Because for the sake of the interview, we had to follow the questions that he asked me. When people do come, you will then break down more details and show them how this country can best benefit how it's structured to benefit who is informed, and how it's structured to limit who is not informed. It's just information in this country. It's not power and it's not degrees. It's information. Self-educated information or self-education. It's just it. It's what we share here every day. This is Team Royal Up. That's
Okay.
and this is where we are. If you want to take a look at the office,
Absolutely. We would take.
Guys, ladies, gentlemen, thank you for watching today's episode. We hope you enjoyed hearing about Mrs. Vicky's experience and business. If you have any question, do not hesitate to reach out on our social media and we'll be glad to help. And if you liked today's episode and if you would like to see more videos like this, do not forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell. See you next time for a new success story.